Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Michael Pugliese. I'm the owner and CEO of Circadia by Dr. Pugliese, and today we're going to be discussing and detailing our Coco Enzyme oxygen treatment. Your presenters today are Aaron Furkatich and Barbara Wilmot. Aaron is a client care specialist that works with us here in our corporate office in Pennsylvania. Barbara is also a client care specialist based in Florida, as well as an international educator. Now today, just a quick overview of what we're going to cover. First off, we want to discuss the indications and contraindications of this treatment. We're going to detail some of the properties of the enzymes, exactly what it is that we're using ingredient-wise. We're also going to discuss some of the differentiating factors between our oxygen treatment and some of the others that are on the market. I know a lot of you attending today might not be current Circadia clients or Circadia specialists, so we want to give you a little bit of insight into what we feel makes ours different and some of the other performance that you might get out of our treatment versus some other comparable treatments on the market. Today we will also be offering a full demonstration, so you're actually going to get to see Barbara see the treatment. You'll also be able to hear a little bit about some of our home care recommendations post treatment as well. So if we are not going to be, we will be discussing home care as well. So indications for the treatment itself, and then some of the home care options that we have available for who the treatment is best for. These webinars are relatively new for us, but it's certainly something that we're planning on for an ongoing basis. So we do have a save the date for our next one already. That's going to be on January 28th, and we're going to be featuring the switch. Now, as we move through the webinar towards the end, we will give you some information. Again, if you're not a current client care specialist, or if you want to take advantage of a special that we're going to be offering the entire month of December on the Coco Enzyme oxygen treatment, we can teach you how to get in contact with your sales representative or your distributor. So I think without any further ado, I will introduce Aaron as the first presenter today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to start off with discussing our enzymes. In skincare, enzymes function as a gentle alternative to chemical peels. Enzymes are proteins which act as catalysts in the body. An effective enzyme treatment safely brings immediate radiance and clarity to the skin by helping to release dead cells and surface debris. Enzyme treatments may be performed on all skin types, all Fitzpatrick levels, either alone or as part of a comprehensive program of care. Circadia blends 3 different types of enzymes in each product. We're going to cover each of these on the next screen. Bromelain, papain, and trypsin in our Coco raspberry enzymase treatments. This ensures a safe, uniform exfoliating treatment providing multiple benefits with no redness or flaking. Bromelain is derived from pineapple and is an effective anti-inflammatory and keratolytic agent to release cellular buildup. Papain is derived from papaya and acts to dissolve the keratin protein found in the cells of the stratum corneum, the outer layer of the skin. Trypsin helps digest specific proteins that glue dead skin cells together. Circadia enzymes may be used as an exfoliation portion of a deep pore cleansing facial in conjunction with other treatments. Each provide a refreshingly fragrant sensory experience for the client, as well as a luminous, healthy glow to the complexion. Coco enzyme, therapeutically, cocoa contains over 100 useful components in enhanced health and appearance. This is a delightful treatment with soothing and calming properties for your client. This treatment is excellent for the use on sensitive skin, rosacea, and acne. It calms redness while gently exfoliating. The raspberry enzyme has a light and refreshing berry scent and provides multiple benefits for sun-damaged skin and in the treatment of hyperpigmentation. Zymase, also known as our citrus enzyme, is the strongest of the 3 enzymes. It is especially effective on photo-damaged and thicker skin types. So this gives you a little bit of an outline of the Circadia enzymes to help get us started. We're now going to go in and start talking about the Circadia oxygen treatment and the benefits it has for your customers. In the picture here, you're going to see the complete Oxygen RX treatment kit. This has everything that you need to provide the treatments for your clients for a total of 12 treatments. Circadia's Oxygen is the key professional treatment for improving a variety of skin conditions. When treating acne, topical Oxygen reduces redness and soothes inflamed skin after just one treatment, leaving the skin smoother and more comfortable with enhanced clarity and tone. It also addresses the bacterial component of acne and gently facilitates the removal of comedones. Oxygen has been found to be very effective in controlling bacteria associated with the Demodex follicularia, the common skin mite often presented in individuals suffering from rosacea. This is helpful in controlling the susceptibility to infection and further redness. One Oxygen RX treatment can significantly minimize the look of large, broken capillaries and provide a soothing and relaxing experience for the clients that have telangiectasia. Solid-state topical Oxygen gently stimulates cellular response to help diminish the visible signs of aging, making this a fantastic anti-aging treatment for your clients. Skin appears firmer and more radiant just after one use, leaving the skin luminous with a feeling of firmness. Relaxation in the treatment room. This exclusive treatment is a delightful sensory experience and again appropriate for all skin types. What makes Circadia's Oxygen treatment the best choice? This is a solid-state Oxygen treatment that does not use hydrogen peroxide or gas wands. Instead, Oxygen is generated on the skin by an enzyme action. Oxygen treatments can be safely performed as often as once a week. Your clients can return to work, apply makeup right after the treatment, which makes for an excellent lunchtime facial. In this picture here, we call her Monica. We're going to just discuss the before and after photos. Monica's treatment plan in the picture, the one to the left, is her before photo. We completed a 4-week series of week 1, completing a Coco enzyme and Oxygen treatment. Week 2, Oxygen treatment only. Week 3, Coco enzyme and Oxygen treatment. Week 4, finalizing one last Oxygen treatment only. 1 month later, we completed an alpha-beta, 40% lactic, 15% salicylic peel to help with her acne scarring. The picture on your screen to the right is after the peel. The picture to the bottom right is 2 weeks after the peel. In the green dress, you can see Monica's skin is absolutely glowing. Monica used all of Circadia's complete acne care line while she was receiving her sessions. Now let's take a look at a typical client with rosacea. The photo on the left represents a client just prior to receiving an Oxygen treatment. You can see the client has visible redness, irritation to his skin, as well as some papule and pustules. More than likely, this client is experiencing subtype 2 rosacea. The photo on the right is immediately following the Oxygen treatment. As you can see, there is noticeable clearing of the erythema and the calming of his inflammation and papules. It's a great feeling to be able to treat someone with sensitive skin and have their skin appear clearer and less irritated than when you began a treatment. This is truly a rarity when treating clients with rosacea. We are now going to move on to Barbara, who is giving the live demonstration of Circadia's Coco enzyme and the Oxygen treatment. It will be a small pause, and you will see the video of Barbara completing an enzyme and an Oxygen treatment on our client.
Hello everyone, my name is Barbara Wilmot, and as Michael said earlier, I am the International Educator for Circadia by Dr. Pugliese. I'm so happy that you decided to join us today to learn about our Coco enzyme and oxygen treatment. I have on my table Sasha. Sasha has completed and filled out her entire consent form. When you decide to partner with Circadia and you want to do any of our treatments or any of our facials, all of our protocols and consent forms are on Circadia's website. You just need to request a login. To do that, it's very simple. You just go to circadia.com, click on in the toolbar where it says treatments. A little bar will pop down and it's going to ask you to log in. And if you don't have a login, all you have to do is register. We'll then check to make sure that you are licensed, and as soon as you're licensed, then you're going to receive a login. Any updates, anything that's new, you'll be very easily. You can go onto the website, you can print your consent forms. Believe it or not, you can actually email your consent forms to your clients and have them fill them out before they come for their treatments. So I've already gone through all of the consent form with Sasha. There's about 2 or 3 main things that you need to be aware of when doing the Coco enzyme and the oxygen, and that is basically because the enzymes, as Erin said, consist of bromelain, papain, and trypsin. That's pineapple, papaya. It does have raw Hershey's cocoa in it. We are based in Pennsylvania, so we send the guys from Circadia up to Hershey, and they literally get 55-gallon drums of raw Hershey's cocoa. We use cocoa because it's antioxidizing. So, of course, they can't be allergic to pineapple, papaya, chocolate, and then one of the sprays in the oxygen treatment itself has citrus in it, so they can't be allergic to citrus. Those are the only 3 things or 4 things that they cannot be allergic to, and that's the main contraindication. The great news when doing oxygen, because it's such a healing type treatment, we don't have to worry about people that are on retinol or glycolics or aspirin or antibiotics or any of those things. Oxygen treatment is probably the best all-around treatment that you're going to run across throughout everything. It's good for acne, rosacea, aged skin. It's collagen producing. It's absolutely a fabulous treatment. So we're going to get started with Sasha. You're also going to find on the Circadia website, you'll find all of the protocols. Every time you purchase an oxygen kit, there's a protocol folded up in the kit itself. So it's a very easy treatment to follow, and it gives you all of the guidelines and all of the steps and everything that you need. So we're going to start, of course, number 1 by cleansing. The cleanser that we use at Circadia before all of our treatments, except for we do have a treatment that's called Switch that has its own cleanser. But all of Circadia's treatments, all of our peels, and most of our facials all start out with the lipid replacing cleansing gel. And the reason why we use that one is because that one is designed to remove the oils from the skin and prepare it for the treatment. So we use the lipid replacing cleansing gel. I like to start out first by wetting the skin just a little bit because, as we all know, nothing will enter the skin if it doesn't have a little bit of hydration in it. So these are just damp 4x4s. There's nothing on here but pure water. So I'm just going to wet the skin just a little bit. Now, had Sasha come to us today with a full face of makeup and a lot of eye makeup, I would have used the Vitamin Veil Cleanser, which is an oil-based cleanser, which is great to remove makeup. Sasha doesn't have any makeup, so we're going to roll right into the lipid replacing cleansing gel. So just wet the skin just a little bit. I'm going to take about a pump of the lipid replacing cleansing gel. We use this one because it removes the oils. It is the highest of the pH of any of our cleansers. All of Circadia's cleansers are less than 7, so we don't need a toner. So just a little bit of cleanser. Now we're going to do a nice light cleanse. All of the cleansers are also sulfate-free, so you'll find sometimes instead of adding more cleanser, you just need to add a little bit of water if you want to get those nice bubbles. Just a nice light cleanse, removing all surface oils, any debris. And then we're just going to remove the cleanser. And the nice thing about it is because there's no toner involved, as soon as you remove the cleanser, you get to roll right into the enzyme treatment. I use damp 4x4s. You can easily use a hot towel out of the hot towel cabinet if you opt to, but I use damp 4x4s. But it's your own preference. One last wipe. You'll notice when you're cleansing, the cleansers don't actually feel like anything. This one does not have any grit in it, although we do have a cleanser that has organic beeswax beads in it. That's the microexfoliating honey cleanser, but we use the lipid before most all of the treatments. All the cleanser removed, and then just going to take you'll notice with all of Circadia's enzymes, they all come in two separate components. They come in a powder and they come in a liquid. And the two components must be mixed together to make them active. And the chocolate does get mixed with the chocolate, the raspberry with the raspberry, and the zymaze with the zymaze. Don't try to be a chemist and try to come up with the raspberry chocolate and different things, because they were totally designed and developed by Dr. Pugliese to go together. So they work very, very well together. So you have the powder and then you have the liquid. So you want to take about a teaspoon of the powder, you put in a little cup, and then you add about 3 teaspoons of liquid. You want this to be in the consistency of a loose pudding. So I put it in a little cup. I like to use one of the Circadia brushes to mix the enzyme together. It's like a little wire whip. You want to get as many of the little lumps out of there, although sometimes it'll have a few lumps in it and it won't hurt anything. It needs to be about the consistency of a loose pudding. So the cocoa is good for acne, rosacea, sensitive skin. Even a pregnant woman can have a cocoa enzyme treatment. Raspberry is for pigmentation. So if you have clients that have pigmentation issues, they can have a raspberry treatment, a raspberry enzyme treatment. The enzymes can be done every 2 weeks. So they can have an enzyme treatment every 2 weeks to work on their pigmentation, and they never have any downtime. I live in Florida, so downtime is huge. In the middle of the summer, we don't do any of our aggressive peels because of the sun and the humidity. So we use a lot of enzyme treatments in the summer. The zymaze is the most has the most enzyme activity. So we use that one a lot in the summer because they can literally have an enzyme treatment that they can go outside. If they go to the beach, as long as they have on sunscreen, they'll be okay. Just take the enzyme and nice light coat all over the entire area to be treated. You can do the oxygen treatment on the décolleté. You can do enzyme oxygen for a back facial. You can do it for brides. You can do it. A lot of people call it the chocolate champagne facial because the enzyme smells like chocolate and the oxygen is very bubbly like champagne. Just a great all-around treatment. One time when I first began with Circadia about 6 years ago, I was having a conversation with Dr. Pugliese, and I said, so Doc, what would I do? What do I do if someone comes in and they lay down on my table and I just don't know what treatment to do? I'm new to Circadia and I just don't know what treatment to do. And he said, Barbara, you can do oxygen. Everybody gets a benefit from it and no one will be hurt by it. It's a great all-around treatment. So we just get the enzyme all over. And now enzymes must be kept moist above all, and moist and warm works exceptionally well. So what I like to do is take some damp 4x4s and apply them Now you can use steam. If you're in the treatment room and you have a steamer and you like steam and your clients aren't claustrophobic and they love steam, steam is perfect. I like to use damp 4x4s, and then I use a hot towel out of the hot towel cabinet, and especially if you're dealing with clients who have rosacea. If you have clients who have rosacea, you absolutely would not want them to have steam. So I would always use the damp 4x4s and a warm towel out of the hot towel cabinet. If you're doing Coco enzyme treatments for extractions, it works exceptionally well before extractions because you're removing all those dead surface proteins and allowing those extractions to be removed very easily. If I'm doing a facial, a deep pore cleansing facial, and I'm going to be doing tons of extractions, then I like to use the damp 4x4s and a hot towel, and then I like to move around the face, leaving it warm and moist until I get to that area. Now when you're using the 4x4s, you get them all placed on the skin, you say, Sasha, you're going to have to breathe out of your mouth because your nose is covered. We're going to get our warm towel, hot towel cabinet. These are really hot, so we're going to fan them. Now the enzymes can be left on when you're using a Coco enzyme or before an oxygen treatment, or before we use them sometimes before our lactic acid peels. We use them a lot in the treatment setting. If you're going to follow a Coco enzyme treatment with anything other than a mask, then they need to be only on the skin for 6 to 8 minutes. Sasha, tell me, is this like scalding? Is it good? Yes. Okay. So we're going to wrap her up, and we're going to leave this on for 8 minutes. Okay, under there? Okay. Can you breathe? Yes. Okay. So we're going to leave this on for 8 minutes. So while that is on, you can perform a hand massage, scalp massage, shoulder massage, whatever you want to do. A lot of times what I'll do when I'm doing an enzyme, a Coco enzyme oxygen treatment, I'll put the Zymase on their feet, put the Zymase on the back of their hands. The pigmentation is their issue. You can use the raspberry on the back of their hands. The Zymase works exceptionally well on the feet. Whatever you opt to do in your facial setting, in the form of a massage or whatever. But today, because we're going to roll right into the oxygen afterwards, we're going to talk a little bit about the components in the oxygen kit itself. So when you purchase an oxygen kit from Circadia, the kit will look like this. And inside the kit, you will find, when you get it open, and you don't have gloves on, got it. Very well sealed. You'll open this up, you will find the sprayers and the sticks that go with the treatment itself. You'll find your protocol that I was talking about. Your protocol is in here as well, and it tells you all of the supplies that you need and all the products that you need to do an oxygen treatment. You'll find 6 of the gel bases. You'll find 6 of the magnesium peroxide and the 3 sprays that are all needed to use to do the oxygen treatment itself. Now you notice I said that there's 6 jars and 6 bottles of in the kit, but you can easily make it into 12, which I do in my spa. I'm a spa owner in Florida. What I do is as soon as I get the oxygen kit into my office, I save all of the little Circadia jars as I use them. I take them home and put them in my dishwasher and sanitize them. When the kit comes in, I take the jar, you put the jar on a scale, and you divide it by weight. The jar itself weighs 5/8 of an ounce. When you have half of the gel base in this jar, in the Circadia jar, it will weigh 1 1/4 ounces. So this one, I took half of it out. This weighs 1 1/4 ounce minus the top. This weighs 1 1/4 ounce, and this is the part that we're going to use. Then with the powder, it's very simple because the powder comes in these little brown bottles. When you take out half of the powder will be right at the top of the O in oxygen on the little brown bottle. So when you get your little brown bottle out of your kit and you're going to use this in your oxygen treatment, from shipping, this is going to be nice and neatly packed in the bottom of the bottle. You don't want it nice and neatly packed in the bottom of the bottle. You want it nice and loose so you can get it out fairly easily. So you'll notice I'm holding mine upside down. That's because I've tapped on it until all of the powder is down here. It just makes it come out easier. So then the next thing that you will have is your sprays. All of your sprays will come with lids on them, but all of the pumps are in the box. So the first thing you want to do before you set up to do any of your oxygen treatments in your treatment room, you want to remove the cap, put the sprays on, and I tell everybody you want to test them. Because nothing's going to be worse than getting into the treatment room to do the treatment itself, and then your sprayers don't work. So you want to get everything ready, everything set up, and everything ready to go. You're also going to need the vitamin C reversal serum, the SPF, and the post-peel. And we're going to talk about what each and every one of those are as we roll through the treatment. So this has been on for about 2 or 3 minutes. So you're going to, and your sticks are in there as well. So you want to mix your oxygen in the jar with the powder with the stick. Some people like to use a brush, but I'm kind of opposed to putting metal in oxygen. Dr. Pugliese gives us these sticks, and he gives us these sticks for a reason. This is what we need to use. So we're going to stir that up, but when you're doing the oxygen, you have to divide it before you use it, because once you mix it, it is only good for about 15 minutes in the jar. So you want to make sure that you divide it and then to get ready to use it. The reason why it's in the full jar is if you were ever doing a back facial, you would need all of it. So that's why it's divided that way. But as a spa owner, we always, and to be on the conservative side, we divide them, because you really, if you ever mix up a whole one, you'll totally understand. It will bubble right out of the side of the jar. So, so we use oxygen for many, many things. But we use the Coco enzyme, gets used in a lot of our facials. It's a great standalone treatment. You can do an enzyme treatment in about a half an hour from start to finish. For you as a spa owner, or as if you're a licensed esthetician renting a booth, it's about $3 to do a treatment. So it's a really, really inexpensive way to make a lot of money. So we have about 2 more minutes. What's this feel like, Sasha?
Feels good.
Sometimes your clients will say that it's kind of picky or it's kind of itchy, and sometimes it will be, and that's just enzyme activity on the skin. Enzymes only have the ability to attack dead surface proteins, so there's absolutely no way that you can harm your client at all with an enzyme treatment. So after we have it on for our allotted amount of time, I like to take the towel off. You'll find that the towel's still warm. Now, if I was going to do a lot of extractions, I would simply remove the enzyme to here and do the extractions here, and then remove it over here and do those extractions, because as long as it is on the skin and it's kept moist, warm makes it good, but moist it has to be, because without it being moist, it'll lose its enzyme activity. As long as it's kept moist, it stays active. It just makes your extractions very, very easy. And if you can't get, if you're doing extractions and you just are having a really hard time and you're applying a lot of pressure, client's uncomfortable, and you can't get the you can't do the extraction fairly easily, then if you wait until step number 3 in the oxygen treatment, the number 3 spray is sodium bicarbonate and water, and that will liquefy sebum. So if you get to a point where you just can't get it, you can't get them to come out fairly easily, if you wait until after that spray, they'll come out, they'll just fly out. It makes doing extractions extremely easy. I used to have to use a tool. Once I started working with Circadia enzymes and oxygen, I haven't used a tool in 6 years. So after the allotted amount of time, you want to remove all of the enzyme. How's it feel, Sasha?
That's very nice.
Good. And you'll see that she's a little pink. That's from the heat. But you'll notice that as soon as we do the oxygen, all the pink will be totally gone. All of it. Once you get all the enzyme removed, the one thing that you want to make sure that you do is to readjust your headband. Oxygen will not hurt the hair, but it sometimes will leave a little bit of a white powder after it dries. So I like to adjust the headband, make sure that all the hair is covered. So just adjust this just a little bit. Okay. So now at this point we're going to do the oxygen. So people always ask, what is in the jar? What is in the jar? This is deionized water and xanthine gum, thick water. What is in the powder? The powder is magnesium peroxide. So you take the magnesium peroxide and you add it into the deionized water, thick water, throw that away, take your stick and stir it up. You want to start by just folding it in slightly so that the powder doesn't all pop out. And then you want to whip it like you would a cake mix. And then you'll notice that it's a big, nice, white, fluffy foam. It looks like Dream Whip. And at this point, you want to just dab it on the skin. You have to get worried about spreading it out evenly because as soon as you get it applied to the skin, you're literally going to put your hands in it. So just get it on the skin, the nose, and then you put your hands in it. So then you're going to massage for about 2 minutes. Now, sometimes the clients will say, wow, that is really warm and really active, and it is, but it needs to be. And they'll get really pink sometimes. That's a common occurrence. Don't get alarmed. What you'll find is that once you put your hands in it and you start massaging it, it's like you're almost like you're the heat conductor. All the heat comes out of their skin and into your fingers, and it's a very, very nice feel. So it looks just like Dream Whip on the skin, and you just want to massage it around. Make sure that it's everywhere. Now you'll find Circadia's oxygen treatment is probably the most hands-on treatment that you have ever done in your life because it is put it on, massage, spray, massage, spray, massage. So it's a very hands-on treatment. The client feels awesome when they finish with all of their massaging. So just massage it around for a couple of minutes. Don't worry if you get it on their lips, it won't hurt anything. Nice light massage. And then you take the number, the thing you don't do is let it go too close to the eye. Take the number 2 spray, tell them close your eyes, put your lips together, prepare for the mist. Now you can use iPads if you opt to. I don't because when I use iPads, all I do is spend the entire treatment putting iPads back on. Now this is when it is pure oxygen on the skin because the number 2 spray is catalase. Catalase is what takes the magnesium peroxide and converts it into pure oxygen on the skin. That's how this treatment differs from all machines and most other oxygen treatments out there. There are some companies out there that use hydrogen peroxide. We do not. We use magnesium. Doc studied this for many, many years before he put this together. Once this treatment was put together, I don't think it's ever been changed since day one. But once you make something and it's perfect, you don't need to change it. So this is when it's the pure oxygen on the skin. And then this is massaged for about 3 minutes. And you'll notice when I sprayed it after I put it on and I massaged it and it starts to kind of almost like flatten out a little bit. And then when you spray it with the catalase, it like re-energizes it and it gets all bubbly and white and foamy all over again. And you'll start to see, if you were up close, you'd start to see that most of the pinkness has just gone right out of Sasha's skin, and her cheeks are going to be like very, very white, shiny, very luminous. That's why it's awesome for brides. So then after you've massaged it for about 3 minutes, you'll notice that a lot of it is starting to dissipate. And then, so then at that point, you take the number 3 spray, and you're going to spray. Eyes closed, lips together, prepare for the mist. And that's the number 3 spray. And then this is just about a 15-second. Make sure you got the mist and all the product that's on the face. And then you're going to take the stick and the jar, and you're going to remove all the excess. And you're going to, I just put it back in the jar. You'll be amazed at how different the color of what's in here, what goes back on as to, or what goes back in the jar, how much different it is than how pure white it was. I think it bubbles out all the impurities out of every pore in the skin. Remove the excess. And I told you, you don't have to get crazy with this because we are going to take a hot towel and remove all of it. So remove it all. Then you do the number 3 spray the second time. This is sodium bicarbonated water, and all it's doing is neutralizing the oxygen. Nice spray. Massage again. 10-15 seconds, just making sure that it went everywhere. And then at this point, it's another nice warm towel out of the hot towel cabinet, and you're going to remove all of it. These towels are really warm, so you don't want to get them too hot. Okay, Sasha? Mm-hmm. Okay, nice warm towel, remove all of it. You'll find it removed very easily. Clean part over the lips. All of it. Beautiful. It's lovely. This is my favorite go-to treatment. It's my favorite one to do. I'm a switch person, so I do the switch rejuvenating system on my own skin, but this is what I love to do when I take my break from switch. So just remove all of it. The number 3 spray, or the number 4 spray, which is your last spray, is the citric spray. What this does is this balance the pH. The pH of the skin is very high right now, so we're going to bring it back down. Ready? This is actually left on, so you want to make sure when you're removing the oxygen with the towel that you get it all, because this is a leave-on. This is the vital part of the oxygen treatment itself. Just want to make sure again that it goes everywhere. Nice little light 10-second massage. Then you're going to roll right into the vitamin C. Circadia's vitamin C is a little bit different than most out on the market. We use magnesium ascorbyl-phosphate, and we use magnesium ascorbyl-phosphate because of the pH of it. It's far less irritating to the skin and far more stable in the bottle. Circadia's vitamin C will always, always, always be completely crystal clear. Believe it or not, that dropper is completely full of vitamin C. But we're going to use about 2 drops. Magnesium ascorbyl-phosphate, we use that because magnesium and phosphate are actually in our body and in our skin, so the body recognizes it. The magnesium and the phosphate go immediately into the skin. The L-ascorbic acid slides right in behind it. So you can use Circadia's vitamin C on freshly microdermed. We put it on at the end of some of our peels. You can use it after microneedling, after microcurrent. You can use Circadia's vitamin C pretty much at the end of anything. It's a nice little serum. It's in a hyaluronic acid base. We use sodium hyaluronate because it enters into the skin very easily. So a little bit of vitamin C, 2 drops. We never let anyone leave the treatment room without SPF. So this is Circadia's SPF. It's passed all of the FDA guidelines. It has the grapeseed stem cell in it for antioxidizing and helps to fight and protect DNA damage. We also put just a little bit of the post peel. The post peel has royal jelly in it, and it's a great hydrator. I like to cocktail the 2 together. and apply them for some hydration, and SPF, of course, is for protection from the sun. Although today in Pennsylvania we probably don't even need this, but in Florida we never let anyone go outside of our treatment room without SPF. So it's passed all of the new guidelines. It's, and as I said, it's got some peptides in it, it's got thermostressine in it, it's got the grapeseed stem cell in it, it's SPF 37, it's UVA, UVB protectant, and it's a 37. And there's Sasha's beautiful skin. Feel good?
Mm-hmm. Ready for the
Looks
holidays.
amazing. Yep, ready for the holidays, which is just around the corner. Okay, so now we're going to roll into some of the retail products that we use at Circadia to finish up or to give our clients the home care that they need. If you are doing treatments in your treatment room and you're not selling or providing your clients with the home care that they need, then you're definitely doing them an injustice. So the treatments are basically how you pay your rent, and the retail is how you make money. So with Circadia, we have a full acne line. We have the cleansing gel with salicylic acid in it. It's got 2% salicylic acid. It's a great cleanser for grade 3 and 4 acne. We do use the microexfoliating honey cleanser, which is not on the list. We use the microexfoliating honey cleanser for grade 1 and 2 acne. As I said, all of the cleansers, the pH is less than 7, so we don't need a toner. But because we have so many clients, estheticians and retail clients as well, who believe that they need a toner, and we found that they were going and buying toners from other companies, we decided to develop what's called functional mist. The white willow and juniper clearing mist is for our acne clients. We have the daytime control, which does not contain any benzoyl peroxide. It has some peptides in it. It has an antimicrobial peptide and an oil-absorbing peptide. We do have the nighttime control, which does have 5% benzoyl peroxide in it, but we use an encapsulated form of benzoyl peroxide, so they don't get that blast that goes away instantly. We also have the Spot Stop. Spot Stop, if you're an acne client, is your best friend. It literally does exactly what its name says. It will stop the spot. It will take away the pink, the redness. It has a little bit of a numbing effect. The girl that you saw in the picture is Monica. That's my granddaughter. When Monica was in high school, she traveled with her cell phone in one back pocket, the Spot Stop in the other. It will be your client, your acne client's best friend. When you're dealing with rosacea, we use the lipid replacing cleansing gel, and as I said, it is the one that has the highest in the pH, but it's a great cleanser. It's the foamy one of our cleansers. The mist for our rosacea clients is the aloe and calendula calming mist. As we all know, aloe and calendula are hugely calming to the skin. The serum that we use with our rosacea clients is the Chronocalm. Chronocalm has some peptides in it that literally take the pink out of the skin. They'll literally stop the itch. It causes the clients to stop touching their face. It's a great serum. We use that one mostly at night. The Tranquility Cream is a cream that has a lot of peptides in it that also takes away all of the pink. It's very calming. It's what we have our rosacea clients use on the off night of the Rosie's Relief Cream. The Rosie's Relief Cream has a blend of botanical oils in it at a lesser percent that's actually designed and developed to actually knock down the population of the Demodex mite that Erin was speaking about. That's a known fact, has a lot to do with clients who have rosacea. The post-peel balm is definitely just for calming. We use it after all of our chemical peels. We use it, as you saw, in the oxygen treatment. We use it at the end of some of our facials. It's just exactly, it's great after microdermabrasion, it's great after waxing, it's a great, great balm for anything that causes the skin to turn pink. For anti-aging, we have the Amendola Milk Cleanser, which is an amazing cleanser. It actually has lactic and mandelic acid in it. It can be used for pigmented skin, but you'll find that your clients that are aged love the Amendola Milk Cleanser because lactic acid is extremely hydrating. We use the Nighttime Repair Plus. It has 0.5% retinol acetate in it. It has a peptide called roxazones that helps with DNA damage. It has the new, the 6th time Matrixyl Synth 6 is the 6th time that Matrixyl's been remade. Matrixyl Synth 6 on its own will literally start to unfold a wrinkle in 60 days all by itself. So Circadia puts that in most of the Nighttime Repair products, the Nighttime Repair Plus and a lot of the other products for anti-aging. The Myocyte Plus won Best Peptide for Anti-Aging by L&E Readers and Spas in 2012. It's loaded with peptides for wrinkles. The Full Circle Eye Repair is very, very unique in itself because we are Circadia. We do stand for Circle of the Day. The skin does something different during the day than it does at night. The Full Circle Eye Repair is probably one of the few eye repair products that literally have 2 separate formulations, one for daytime, one for nighttime. The Vitamin A Boosting Cream is 1% retinol acetate in a cream. We sell this to a lot of our clients who want to use a retinol but aren't really up to have a gel. We do have a gel that has 1% retinol in it. The Vitamin A Boosting Cream is a great way to start with a retinol product. For hydration and moisture, we use the Vitamin Veil Cleanser. It is a soybean oil-based cleanser. It is an oil. It is the concept of oil removes oil. Dr. Pugliese, of course, is Italian, and Mrs. Pugliese believed that oil was the best thing to cleanse your skin with. The Vitamin Veil Cleanser was literally designed and developed in the 70s and wasn't changed until 3 years ago. We came up with some other oils that are as beneficial as soybean oil, so those were added. The Blueberry White Tea Hydrating Mist is exactly what it says it is. It's a hydrating mist. It's great for anyone. We use it in the treatment room for hydration. We have clients that use it throughout the day. You can spray your arms with it. You can spray your face with it. I can tell you this, the Blueberry White Tea Hydrating Mist will set mineral makeup better than Glow, better than Jane Iredale. It's a fabulous spray. We absolutely love it. The Aquaporin Hydrating Cream is exactly what it says it is, the hydrating cream. It has 2 ingredients in it. One of them is Defuporin, the other one is Aquasense, hence the name Aquaporin. It actually increases and enhances the water channels in your skin. It has the ability to pull water and hydration from within the skin up into the epidermis. It's an amazing cream and it smells awesome. The Moisture on Demand is a little, looks like a milky serum. It's basically what it says it is. It's moisture on demand. It's for a dry area. What I find it to be very beneficial for, especially this time of the year, if you have clients that have colds and their noses get all pink and red and peely, the Moisture on Demand will pretty much handle that overnight for them. The Hydrolox is an oil for the skin. It has about 10 different oils in it. But how it's very, very unique. One of the oils, 2 of the oils that's in the Hydrolox is curry leaf oil and cinnamon oil. Both of those are natural preservatives. So the Hydrolox doesn't have any chemical preservatives in it. They're all natural. It works exceptionally well on the lips. It works for cuticle oil. You can add it into any of Circadia's creams for additional hydration. So we have a couple of specials for all of you who took the time out of your day in this busy, busy schedule around Christmas to join us on Circadia's first ever webinar. One of many, many, many to come. So we have a special for what we would call maybe a new client because it has everything that you need to do 12 oxygen treatments and 25 Coco enzyme treatments. I guess I failed to mention that, but all of Circadia's enzymes, you'll get about 25 treatments out of each set. So you're going to get a 16-ounce lipid replacing cleansing gel. Oh, they're not there. I'm going to show you a picture, but you can't see it. A 16-ounce lipid replacing cleansing gel, a Coco enzyme set, the oxygen kit, a 1-ounce vitamin C, 8 ounces of our light day sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 37, and an 8-ounce post peel. That's normally $400, and it's on special for $320. The thing that all of you need to know is these specials are only good until days end on Friday. So that's Friday, 5 o'clock. After that, the specials are over. And then Circadia's other special for maybe our already users, you purchase an oxygen kit or a switch dermal rejuvenation kit, and an enzyme, you will receive an enzyme of your choice for free. That one is valid through the whole month. We don't have any minimum orders. We don't have any maximum orders. That's one of the great things about Circadia. We have no minimum orders. So this is a great, great time to stock up to make all of you people beautiful for New Year's Eve. So for information on how to get in touch with us, if you like anything that you saw today or are interested in anything, you can contact us by way of email at info@circadia.com, or you can call us at 1-800-630-4710. If you already know who your distributor or your client care specialist is, you can easily reach out to them. If you know who you need to get in touch with and you call the home office, they're probably going to send you over to talk to them anyway. So if you know them, just save yourself one step and go ahead and give them a call. And any of the questions that were asked today on the webinar will be answered by way of email. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, because we do put all kinds of cute little interesting things out there. If you join us on Facebook, you'll always know where Michael is, where he's speaking. If you've never had the opportunity to listen to Michael speak and you get that opportunity, you're missing out if you don't take it. We also would like all of y'all to save your date. No, nobody's getting married. We're going to have a webinar on Switch. So the Switch Dermal Rejuvenation System, the webinar is going to be on January 28th, 2015. That one is also going to be from 3 to 4, and it'll probably be a little while, maybe a week, before we'll actually get invited to that. But we wanted everyone to have the opportunity to attend that as well. So again, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Merry Christmas! Happy New Year! These guys are back there. 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Excellent, Barbara.
Is it over?
Yeah. Okay, I'm on.
You can breathe now, Sasha.